Everyone, welcome back to the Million Dollar Merchant. My name is Joe, and in this video I'm going to show you how I went from this product description for our Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets that includes a single sentence here of mothers and daughters will fall in love with our Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets, and 3 pretty generic bullet points, all of which would do nothing to really entice our ideal customer to purchase. And then add to that, we are using Shopify's default product recommendation, and it's recommending this ghost bracelet, and there's no connection here between hearts and this ghost bracelet. So not a really compelling story for this product description page. So we went from this to this product description. Okay, and with this one, we included a hook here that says heartfelt connection, share the love with Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets. Put a little emoji, pull their eyes in. We have 2 paragraphs here that really appeal to the emotions of our customer, trying to convince them why they need this product and the value that it brings. We also have some taglines here, and really kind of jazzed up some bullet points. I did want to include some bullets, but I really wanted them to kind of pop. So I added these little emojis, kind of in the theme colors that we're using. Other things like age restrictions, wrist size, colors, shipping and return policy, and also using Shopify's Discovery app to target specific product recommendations. So we can choose specific ones that we want to recommend and hide auto-generated Shopify recommendations. So if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you already have a Shopify store. But if you don't and are interested in jumping into the world of e-commerce, Shopify has a great offer going on right now where they'll give you the first month free and the second month for $1 and an additional $50 to purchase apps. And for everything that I'm learning thus far, you need apps to enhance your store. So if you're interested, I have the link in the description, and I suggest you give it a shot. So for this video, I did quite a bit of research, watched a lot of YouTube videos, read a lot of articles, but I also looked at competing products, other Miyuki Delica bracelets, just to see what kind of descriptions other merchants had put together. And what I found is that many of them really had no product description that seemed like they were targeting any sort of ideal customer in mind. So for example, we have this one. Really, that's just a few bullet points, right? A single embedded onto a multicolor. This one, just a couple of almost bullets, right? And then this one, which I would say this is the best of the 3, but still not a whole lot going on there. But for merchants like myself and my wife, Kia, we are emotionally invested into the products that she makes and that we sell on JillyWorks, and really want to create a connection with our ideal customer. Now, I didn't just randomly choose the Mommy and Me heart bracelet to demo for this particular video. I'm trying to be a bit proactive here because it is March, May is around the corner, and I'm trying to get us in a position to start marketing the bracelets for Mother's Day. Let's jump right in and talk about the 6 tips for writing a compelling product description. We're going to start with number 1, which is know your ideal customer. Now, when my wife showed me the first couple of bracelets that she made, I thought to myself, these things are just too adorable, and they're going to sell. I didn't know who was going to buy them, where they would be sold, but definitely just by looking at them, I knew they would sell. So she had posted the pictures on Instagram and started reaching out to high-end children's clothing boutiques. So she already had a vision on where she wanted her products to be sold in high-end children's boutiques, and was actually able to make quite a few sales just using Instagram and reaching out directly, and was able to land sales at stores like Danielle Bella's in Staten Island, Shop Baloo in the West Village, Little Miss Sunshine in Tribeca, Petite Blue in East Hampton, and Flying Point Surf in Southampton and Sag Harbor. Now, the fact that Kia was able to make sales at these high-end boutiques and even get a few repeating orders meant we knew who our ideal customer was. And in all of the research that I had done, almost always the first bullet was in reference to knowing your ideal customer. So Ellie from Curious Themes spoke about it, Alex Catoni in her video on product descriptions, and a plethora of other resources that I came across. So it was really important to know your ideal customer. So even though we had a general idea of who our ideal customer was, I still wanted to kind of define them and really understand their wants and needs. So I came up with the following. They are mothers with one or more children, ages 3+. They have disposable income to buy luxury items. So spending $45 on a pair of our Mommy and Me heart bracelets really isn't going to put them back that much. They have the free time to casually shop at these high-end boutiques. They want something original and unique, perhaps handmade. They want to impress their friends and family, and maybe even something with a backstory that they can relate to. Now, with our ideal customer in mind, let's move on to our second tip, which is product keywords. Only one video I watched really kind of highlighted product keywords, and that's Jason Gandy's video on writing product descriptions. And I really decided to kind of run with this because I really wanted to understand what were the keywords that we would target. And that really required looking at other products and kind of pulling from their product descriptions, some of those particular words that we could kind of reuse that fit that theme of the Mommy and Me heart bracelet. So after reviewing, like a dozen or so product descriptions, I came up with this list of keywords, and then ultimately chose from that these ones to use within our product description. So with our list of product keywords in hand, let's move on to tip number 3, create a catchy title. I went back to research and took a look at this article here, The Ultimate Guide to Writing SEO-Friendly Product Descriptions. They have a section called Writing Compelling Title and Meta Descriptions. So that's where I went to, took a look at it. And in here, the suggestions are, to make an attractive title, do the following things. Use 5 to 10 words, 55 characters, whichever one comes first. The keywords at the beginning, and make it catchy and descriptive. Okay, so with that in mind, went back to my keyword list and came up with Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets, right? Mommy and Me really being that keyword, like, I don't know, the most targeted keyword. And then just matching heart bracelets to follow it up, because we could have other Mommy and Me type specific pieces of jewelry too. So with that in mind, I was pretty happy with this. And doing additional research on all the other products that I came across too. I realized, not everyone is following these best practices, because, for this particular bracelet, it's just heart bracelets for women, a Yuki beaded bracelet, gift for a girlfriend, blue heart bracelet for her Valentine's Day gift. It seems like they're just cramming as many SEO keywords into the title. And just for the sake of it, I wanted to see, I went to word count here, put it in, and it looks like 18 words and 120 characters, which far exceeds the recommendations from that article.
And I also just took a look at another one, this boho chic ethnic pattern bracelet with colorful Miyuki delicate beads, handmade gift idea for women's Miyuki beads jewelry. I mean, it's a little bit more coherent than the other one, but still, we go in here, we're at 18 words and 122 characters. Okay, so I really feel like we locked it in with the title with this.
All right, tip number 4 is captivate with a killer hook. Now, I've been following Dan Cove for a while, and in one of his Twitter posts, he said, attention is the new currency. Now, I've seen this theme over and over and over again throughout the web from lots of content creators, and so much so that I ended up signing up for the Art of Hooks course by the good people over at Find Your Peak Creative. Really good course, highly suggest you take it. I got a lot out of it. Time I was actually just kind of playing around with ChatGPT and asked it to, create a few captivating hooks for the Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets, and it came up with these two. Came up with more than I wanted in regards to sentences, so I just kind of went with the first one, this heartfelt connection, share the love with Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets, and forever linked, embrace the special connection between mother and daughter with our Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets. So I kind of like the first one, and that's ultimately what I used here. This is where I placed the hook. I think I've seen hooks placed above the title, but then I've also seen them kind of placed here. Not only did I add the hook, but I put the little emoji here to kind of make it pop, pull their eyes in. And I was pretty happy with this. It's a good hook. I'm always open for suggestions, so as you're watching this video, if there's anything here that you feel you could help improve on, by all means, leave a comment and share your thoughts. I'd appreciate it. Okay, tip number 5 is focus on bennies over features. Original idea of using bennies over features from Alex Catoni. This is how she coined it. I thought it was pretty catchy, and it was her number 2 tip. I also came across the same concept here in this article. Focus on the benefits, describe the product's features in detail. Waterproof material really translates into blocks out raindrops. And this particular Shopify article, major on benefits, include features. And in here, they really describe features as just being something that's impersonal. And benefits really kind of describe how the product features will work for the buyer. Benefits address exactly how your product will improve their lives. Okay, so I came up with these 3, kind of really struggled with this one. So I'm really just happy I came up with these 3. Something like adjustable square knot, pretty, generic in what the bracelet does. Really could translate into a perfect fit every time. Or matching heart bracelets. Could translate into symbolic of the endless love between a mother and daughter, and made with Miyuki delicate beads, adds a piece de resistance for any occasion. So yeah, I was kind of pretty happy with this and was able to incorporate all of these benefits into the product description, and we're going to cover that in the next tip. Our last tip, number 6, bringing it all together to really write a compelling product description. Okay, so for product descriptions, let's kind of bring it all together. Keywords, bennies over features, and a few additional items that we're gonna discuss now. So eventually, what I came up with for the paragraphs here, like the real description that would tell the story and appeal to our ideal customer, was this. Celebrate the unbreakable bond between mother and daughter with a unique Jillyworks Mommy and Me handcrafted creation. This bracelet adds a piece de resistance for any occasion, making it the perfect gift, be it Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, or birthday. And these delicate woven hearts are made of the finest Japanese Miyuki delicate glass beads and bound together using an intricate brick stitch technique. They are accented by 2 shimmering gold-plated rondelle beads with an adjustable square knot. They guarantee a perfect fit every time. This piece symbolizes the endless love shared between a mother and daughter. Okay, so I didn't come up with this all on my own. I did use both Shopify Magic and ChatGPT, and I kind of worked. It would give me something to work with, and then I made certain edits along the way. If you haven't worked with Shopify Magic, I'm going to go to here's our production store. So in previous videos, I discussed setting up a production store, which is a free store that you can set up with a Shopify partner account. And this is where I go to install apps to test them out or make some tweaks to templates without affecting the actual live store. So in this production store, this is the original wording that I had for the Mommy and Me bracelet. Once again, pretty generic, not a whole lot going on here. So for Shopify Magic, what it is, it's kind of like a chat GPT for Shopify and coming up with descriptions. And it's here where you can generate text. So if I kind of highlight all of this and I go here, I can rephrase it. So I can say, hey, rephrase this, and I can give it different tones. So here it's persuasive, but you can change this to supportive or sophisticated, playful. So let's just say I did persuasive, experience the perfect bond between a mother and daughter with our Mommy and Me matching heart bracelets crafted by hand in the USA. These bracelets feature an original design by Jillyworks that is guaranteed to capture the heart. Available 2 sizes, 3.5, 2 and 75 for children. These bracelets are the perfect symbol of love and connection. So it's definitely an improvement of this. But, I probably still want to go in there and make a few edits, highlight a few words, things like that. If you want to do a deeper dive into Shopify Magic, I would suggest, let me see here, right here. I did watch this video, Anton Grayley's video he did a first look at Shopify Magic, and he actually did a comparison between Shopify Magic and ChatGPT, I think 3 and 4. I believe he was more keen to going with ChatGPT 4. I think he liked the way it put together the descriptions. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description for that. So that's what we came up with the description. I feel like it really captures our kind of ideal customer, and it really incorporated a lot of the key words that we came up with. Now, something else that I noticed on other description pages were something like, I'm going to call these taglines. And I got the idea of taglines, one from just looking at other stores, but my man Jake over at Casual E-commerce, once again, the link will be in the description, also has a template that he used in his video on writing product descriptions, and he does have taglines here used quite a bit. And really, taglines are one of those things, just kind of bold words like as a header that you can then aggregate or categorize some of your content, right? He does some other things here, definitely worth taking a look at this video as well. And so that's what I tried to do here, just did item details and like age restrictions and wrist size. Now, of course, when I was looking at other product pages, I did notice that something like, let me just pull it up here. I did notice Etsy did have these sections here. Almost everything I saw had these, at least item details, shipping and return policies, and maybe a few other things like facts, meet your seller. I would, once again, these are like accordions, but I would say, maybe this is considered a tagline here. And I did like the way they organized it using these icons. And so I decided to try to emulate this, and I did I did do some research on adding icons, and there are some icon apps that you can install, or you can use some third-party libraries, Font Awesome and whatnot, to do that. But I have some development skill. I'm a front end developer, so I went to this site and just went to something called Developer Tools, and you can go that Developer Tools. These three, go More Tools, go to Developer Tools, and then from here, what I did was I clicked on Elements, clicked on this little icon here, and I inspected this page. I found this icon, and it was this SVG right here. That's what I found. And I just copied it and then changed the color. So what I did was this. I worked with something called a code pen, which is a place where you can just write some code. And I put it in this code pen, and then I just added some additional CSS to it to style it the way that I wanted. But really, I just copied and pasted and then used my knowledge of CSS to do this. And then I just took all of this once I had it, and I went back here, and I went to the show HTML, and then I just kind of pasted it in here. This is it, okay? Once again, I do have development skills, so I can go in here and make certain edits and do certain things that others might just find a bit more challenging, okay? But when it came to taglines, once again, I did see it here, but I also saw it in, I'm just going to pull up another one. Maybe not as prominent here as taglines. They didn't really bold it, but they made it uppercase. Maintenance tips. Let me see, what else do they have here? Materials used, wrist size. Okay, so they kind of broke it down into sections. So that's kind of what I tried to do here, break it down into sections. One thing that we did add also for this, because it's quite possible to make these in a variety of colors, not only the beads themselves, but the thread. So we did add a section here. We're only showing a limited set of colors, but if you want it to be custom made, we will gladly do that for you. Okay, and then we just had some shipping and return policies here. Okay. One other thing here for product descriptions, and this was related to, I'm going to say SEO. And the SEO article, let me see if I can pull up the SEO article. I think I've shown this before. I'm just going to go down here. I'm looking for a particular, once I see this squalene, I kind of know what I'm looking for here. Here. So place your keywords in your copy. Okay, so once in the page URL, product title, product description title, once or twice in the body, once in the alt image tag, okay? So they give you some examples here. Once in the alt image tag, and you'll see squalene, squalane, vitamin C rose oil, right? So when we added these images here, originally I actually didn't even have alt text, which is pretty, a no-no when it comes to front-end development. You should really put alt text because that helps if the images aren't there or it's for accessibility. And what I eventually did was here, go to the images, and if I just click on any one of these, you can add the alt text. And so the alt text here is exactly the same for every one of the images. Mommy and me matching heart bracelets. Okay, so even if I go here, it'll say mommy and me matching heart bracelets. Okay, you'll see the same alt text. Okay, so that's what we did for these two additional pictures that I ended up adding just a short while ago. The other thing that I wanted to point out, and I also, as part of the research, once again, within that article that I showed, this one, right? They did have this product here, okay? And so what I did was I went to the merchant site, which is right here, and then, I just kind of took a look at it. I went back to developer tools. I'm just going to do it really quickly, and then just kind of examined the images. And I see here's the image, and I'm looking for alt text, alt text, alt text. I don't see the alt text. I see image source, role, aria. Oh, here, alt. You see, if I go over it, it says alt, okay? And it's the same as the name of the product, right? This name plus vitamin C rose oil, Valine plus vitamin C rose oil. Okay, and all the images, just take my word on it, I examined all the images and they all had it, okay? So I kind of knew that's what needed to get done besides reading the article. I just kind of examined this site as well. And one of the last things that I had done was I had taken a look at how to really kind of target these products. So by default, Shopify just recommends products for you, but I really wanted those products to be targeted. Okay, and so I ended up installing Shopify's search and discovery tool. Okay, so if I go to search and discovery, and with the search and discovery tool, you go to the next page here. Here, you can add product recommendations. Okay, so I'm going to go pick the Mommy and Me Matching Heart Bracelets. And if I go down here, you can add product recommendations. Okay, so you can pick the ones that you want. And I said, hide auto-generated recommendations. Okay, so, and then you can even order them if you want. We can move these around if you want. Okay, I think I put, let's see, can I do it like this? Okay, so let's take a look, right? Hearts, flowers, and the moon. I think I did change it, right? Hearts, flowers, and the moon. So let me move this back up here, okay? And you can just kind of change that around. So that's really what I did for the product description. Okay, there are a few things that perhaps we could add. I did see in some of the articles things like call to actions, things like add to cart is kind of a call to action, but there's also things that I saw for like wish list. Maybe it's in here. Let me just see. Wish, call to action, right? Let's go. Call to action. And they showed things like add to wish list, once again, add to cart. I'm looking into wish list, which is going to be, a third-party app. So I haven't gotten around to doing that just yet. Still a lot to get done here. This took me quite a bit to do the research and really do everything. So that, I believe, is everything that I have for the product description. I will be putting links to everything in the description. So